hello. Come in to the late party. Hello. Not in my studio. As you can see, this is not my studio. Well, hey, Cheryl Malone. How are you? How are you this evening? I'm coming looking a little bit rough. Don't make no nothing. Like I really will make up anyways. Hi, Linda Hipshire. How are you? Hi, Rebecca James. Upstate New York, you guys. Upstate New York. Not at home, a long way from home. Hello, Ethel. How are you today? Thank you. I appreciate that, Cheryl. Good to see you guys too. How is everyone this evening? I'm on a little bit late. I started to look at my watch. Yeah, oh, it's such and such a time. Like, that's really gonna work. I am. Oh my God. Hi from Iowa. Hey, Marlene from Iowa. How are you? Cool. Welcome. Hi, Sammy. How's my buddy doing today? Hope everyone's doing well. I am. Who was that? Actually, you know what? I don't even know where that went. There it is. Miss Eartha. If you had saw me yesterday, you would have been like, "Oh my God!" Somebody pull out the coffin because oh man, I was up over 24 hours. It was rough. Um, I am actually up here visiting with some friends. Melody Drake from Indiana. Welcome. Thank you for being here. I don't mean for it to be all up in my face. Sorry about that. Um, I am visiting with friends up here, and we've been hanging out and haven't started sightseeing yet. Hopefully, that'll start all well. That will all start tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to every minute of it. Um, we actually, the flight was okay, but I get sick from flying now. Come to find out, yay! So yesterday was rough. And I was nervous about the flight, so I was up late and just wasn't feeling it. So everything was like really crazy. Burnt Binghamton, upstate New York. Right now, I'm in. Oh, if you hadn't asked me, I would have known. I am in. We flew in Newburgh. I'm in Newburgh, New York, right now. Newburgh, New York. Oh no! If you've been doing vinyl today, vinyl is fun. um, so yeah, I've been doing really well. Um, yeah, Newburgh, and we went to God. I can't remember the name of these places, y'all. Um, Walwa, I think is what it was called today. Walma, something like that. Briefly today. Wednesday or Thursday is going to be Manhattan area, where I don't know because we're not really. The few times that I have come to the city of New York, they were a long, long, long time ago. Um, and when I came, it was just like pop in, pop out. It wasn't to tour and to visit. I've never been to the Statue of Liberty that I can remember. So we're kind of hesitant about touring alone because, of course, you hear all the horror stories. Oh, don't go by yourself. Don't carry a pocketbook. Don't carry money. You know, all that type jazz. So it's going to be interesting to see how all that pans out this week. I really wish there was, and we'll be looking around with our friends that are here to see if we can find someone in New York that can, help us navigate safely. But if not, then we'll just have to brave it and make it happen. But either Wednesday or Thursday is going to be Manhattan. Um, Hi, Janie. How are you? So that's the plan, you guys. But we have a lot of touring to do up here, upstate New York first. Monday, Tuesday, and Friday, actually. And we have other friends that we'll be visiting here and there in betwixt and in between. Not crafting friends, but really good long time friends that we've had for a very long time of both me and my husband as well as his parents, because it's me, my husband, his parents, and my two younger kids are up here having a ball. So what have y'all been working on? What's on the plate? I know Karen says she's been working on vinyl. Go Karen. Go Karen. Oh no, and I don't have a bell with me to ring. No bell whatsoever. Matter of fact, I don't even think the front desk has a bell. You know, the kind that you ding ding like that. I don't even think they have one. At least I haven't seen it. I think they just have like a doorbell to push, and that's not fun. So they're not gonna push the doorbell. You can ask about it, dear. That's not an issue, Miss Marlene. What do you need to know? That's what I'm here for. I said I was gonna pop in and answer some questions, so that's not an issue whatsoever. Um, when I return, we'll be starting our new series with Sew Up Pro, and we'll also be starting a series with In the Hoop projects. Um, there's going to be two that I know are needed, machine maintenance type videos. Um, like, what do I do if I hear this? Or what do I do if I see that? So that's another, but that's only going to be like one or two of those. I know one definitely. And if need be, a second version. And the goal for those videos is to make them a little shorter, not so close to an hour. Now the in the hoop videos are actually going to have to be however long they are, because of course you want it to cover every single step to make sure nothing is missed. So those videos will still be a little long. The Sew What Pro videos likewise. We'll try and do some quick and dirty videos on that. But for the most part, we're still going to stick to our same tutorial format. So I'm looking forward to doing that. You've been working on in the hoop zipper bags, getting the hang of it finally after breaking so many needles. Oh, Sammy. The needles thing usually comes from trying to use so much material. Usually that's the major cause, or it not being hooped tight enough. That's another biggie. If your stabilizer isn't hooped as big as it should be, it can cause um, binding, which will cause a needle break. So be careful with that. You know, and in the hoop does have a lot of fabric, you guys. So keep that in mind when you're doing that. Cheryl, you said I haven't gotten your baby yet, but you have a little stuff to get started. When you pack your products for customers, what kind of packages do you use? It depends. If I'm putting them in the mail, what I generally do is, first and foremost, I would keep pack it in a Ziploc bag. My reason for that is because in the event that the package gets wet, I don't want any moisture getting on my product. That's just a pet peeve of mine. It doesn't have to be that way for you. But whatever packaging, I wrap it in tissue, some really cute tissue paper, and put one of my label stickers on it with my logo. I wrap it in the tissue paper, put the sticker logo on it, put it in the Ziploc bag, and then mail it out. It's just that simple. I have some really cute poly mailers that I use that are the purple, signature purple of my website and of my YouTube channel. So, um, there's cohesion among everything that I try to do. So the poly mailers are purple, really cute purple color. So if anybody has ever ordered um, an item from me, that's what they receive. So that's pretty much how I package. But if it's bigger than that, then it's just a regular package. It's not super fancy, but I still try to put my logo sticker on it. So that is how I package, Miss Malone. Marlene says you're trying to use your HE240 Brother 4x4 and use a 5x7 generic hoop. I downloaded a demo version but can't find any hoop sizes that I have. You're confused. Okay, Marlene, now you're a 240. Is it a 4x4 machine or a 5x7 machine? Because if it's a 4x4 machine, you're only still going to embroider 4x4. It's not going to go larger than 4x4. And to make it easier for you with Sew It Pro, you need to switch it to metric, because that's what people fail to realize is when you look at a 4x4 hoop. Well, the 4x4 hoop is accurate. 4x4 is 100 by 100 millimeters, if I'm not mistaken. So 100 by 100 is the 4x4. But once you go to those larger sizes, like 5x7, it's saying 5x7, but those are not the accurate representations of the measurements, because those hoops are based on the metric system. So when you're using metric, you will find the true measurements, the true sizes for those hoops in Sew It Pro. But if you go metric, if you go imperial, they're gonna give you the actual size of the 5x7, which I think is just below 5 and just below 7. So it's gonna say 4 point something 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 by 6 point something something something. I don't know what it is right now because I don't have my computer. Um, and I don't have my little cheat sheet thing. You know what? That's not a bad idea. I think I may need to put up a cheat sheet. But at any rate, that's why you can't find your sizes, because it's basically listing the actual size of the hoop, and 5x7 is not it. But if your machine is 4x4, using a 5x7 hoop isn't going to make a difference for you. You would have to use the unless you have the repositional hoop, and if you do, it's still not 5x7. It's 4x6.77, something to that effect. Heather Rock, you say the second time you caught. Oh, hi from Wisconsin. Thank you. I appreciate you being here. Welcome, Miss Heather Rock. We hope to see you again many times, many times. Ever and them. My sister and I tour New York alone all the time. Just leave the purses at home. Try your best not to allow anyone to be too close to you. Catch a Broadway show. Enjoy. I don't have time for Broadway this time. I wish I did. My kids and I really want to come back because my in-laws don't really, they're older, so they really don't want to do all that walking and sightseeing and touring and stuff, which is cool. I totally get that. And my husband is like, he doesn't really care about New York. So me and the kids will probably come back up another time and actually do that. But this time it's going to be really limited on what all we do. Alicia, hi to you. Welcome. I appreciate you being here, Alicia Hart. Rebecca James, you've been making quilt labels. I'm having a hard time lining up the rows. Ooh, for quilting, I'm not the one for tips because I don't quilt. I need to. I wish I could, actually. When I tried, my rows were trash. So I'm not the one to give tips on that. I'm sorry. If anyone else has tips, though, if you guys have tips on quilting, please put them in the chat if she can see them. I think you guys can um, see that. Surfing is my thing. It's so cool. Hey, can I react to videos? No, I prefer not to, especially if it's the funny videos and the like watch a person eat a spoon of cinnamon type stuff. That's trash. I don't waste my time with that. I'm sorry. I don't like to do that. That's more of my kids' speed, not mine. 4x4, okay. So if you have the 4x4, then the 5x7 hoop isn't gonna help you. But if you do have the repositional hoop, then yes, it will work for you. But it's not 5x7, so don't be fooled by that. A lot of sellers of that hoop list it as a 5x7. The size and shape of the hoop might be 5x7, but your machine will only do 4 inches by, I think it's like almost 6 inches, and it's going to break it up. So the hoop that you need to be using for the repositional hoop, if that's what you have, is the one that says small overlap. If you look for that in the brother list on Sew It Pro, it says small overlap, and that's your repositional hoop size that you need to choose. Um, Happily Traveler. Hey, Miss Bickham, how are you tonight? Marlee says, I thought I could split the design. I'll try to figure out the metric size. Oh, yes, a cheat sheet would be wonderful. Yeah, I think I'll do the cheat sheet. Matter of fact, while I'm up here, I plan on working on a lot of things that I probably wouldn't have had time to work on at home because folk have me running here, there, here, there, here. So up here, the one thing I do appreciate about coming upstate New York is there's not a lot to do, not a lot to go see. I mean, it is, but less like during the day type stuff. Excuse me. So in the evening, I have more time. So, like right now, the kids are in the room bored out of their minds. They're like, "Oh my god, we want to go see, we want to go do it." I'm like, "Go do what? There's anything to do." So, um, this evening we'll probably play a card game or something, and then I'll find something to do for myself because I've already had a nap. I feel great. um, I actually was able to take a nap. Can you believe it? But at any rate, so I'll work on that cheat sheet. That's actually something really cool. I think would be good. Shayla, hey Shayla McKinnon, you finally got your notification for the live video. Sweet. I'm glad it worked. Because we've been having trouble with that for a while. Reposition. Okay, so yes, you need to use the jump. It's called a small overlap. And if anyone has the PE 770, which is the 5x7 machine, there is a overlap hoop for your machine as well. That hoop is 5x12 roughly, and you would select the jumbo overlap hoop for your machine. Okay. Marlene says, too funny you came up live just as I started one of the older videos. Cool. Thank you for watching the videos. I appreciate that. Oh, you're making the labels on your embroidery machine. Sweet. I had somebody asking me about that, so I may get with you and try and collaborate a video if you don't mind. I wouldn't mind doing that. That would be a lot of fun. Shayla, not to sound like a cornball, but can you give a how to use tutorial for Google Plus group? Yeah, that's not an issue. It's kind of simple and not a lot to it, which is why I chose it. Google Plus, and because there's so many people that just dislike Facebook. So to keep them from being forced to use Facebook, I just switched to Google Plus because it's like you log in, you read your stuff, and you log back out type situation. Um, and people have requested that the certain groups, like discussions, be for questions that I answer, um, videos be linked to videos, and so on and so forth. So we'll have all of that organized. And I also need to get an administrator. I need an administrator that would like to help work and make sure that everything flows smoothly. And if there's something that needs my attention, they can contact me and say, hey, this particular person has a question, and I can get to it a little bit faster than me finding time to log in and do stuff like that. So, yeah, we'll get that working. Marlene says, I got it. Thanks. I'll choose it. Small overlap. So helpful. Thank you. You're welcome, my dear. That's the whole point. We want everybody to be able to use everything safely and correctly and have a good time using it instead of being. Because imagine how frustrated would you have been if you went out and you bought a 5x7 design because the hoop was listed as a 5x7 hoop, which technically it is, but that's not what size your machine is going to see. So I was furious when I was led to believe that that hoop was 5x7, and I was trying to do 5x7 patterns. It just did not work. And I was, like really frustrated. And I don't want anybody else to be frustrated like I was. So that's why, I'm making it a point to let this type stuff be known way ahead of time so that you don't get frustrated when you're using your equipment. Sammy says, thank you. I hope you enjoy your time up in the NYC. Been past it, but never in the city. Maybe one day. Please post pics so I can live vicariously through you. I hope to be able to. And I don't really want to look like that tourist, where you're out there taking pictures all the time. But I would definitely post some pictures. I was actually going to try to post pictures today because where I am right now is very mountainous and it's so beautiful, you guys. It is so beautiful. Matter of fact, today when I was sitting, I saw outside the window a deer and its baby. It was so cute. I was like, oh my God. Because I see deer, in Charlotte area all the time because we're not rural, but we do still have a lot of wilderness, but never the little baby. I was like, oh, baby. I'm a sap, y'all. We love animals, and we saw a beaver. That was cool, up close and personal. So it was like really neat to see that. But up here, I was gonna take a picture with the mountain behind me, and didn't get a chance to. So another thing that I found up here that I want to go back and take a picture of is they have a lot of 9/11 memorials here with actual pieces of the beams set up not far from here. We passed three 9/11 memorials, and I thought that was very touching and just interesting to see. I never knew they had so many in this area, and I don't know. I hope I'm up to seeing it. I really am, because that was a really emotional day for me. But that's something else I would like to get a picture of to remember somewhat, at least one of them, because they were beautiful. Shayla, yeah, we need to get together with her and do a video of those embroidered labels. That would be really cool. Miss Carol Coleman, you missed me. Oh, well, thank you. I'm far away from home, aren't I? Kimberly Tipton, hey from North Carolina, enjoy your trip. I will, Kimberly. Thank you for logging in with me. Karen, can you do a video on how to back up your embroidery designs? Yes, that is very important. That's very important. As a matter of fact, that would be a cool video to do for the first of the month, because that's something I would suggest to do every beginning of the month. Bertrillia, you finally figured out how to get in the chat. Welcome. Well, I'm glad you did. Thank you for chatting with us. Oh, Dawn Thompson, a little hello from New Zealand, 12:07 p.m. here, and it's cold. Oh man, I didn't know it was cold out that way. It's a little chilly here in New York, where I am visiting. So thank you for logging in and talking to us, Dawn. I appreciate that. Vola says hi. It's been a while since you've logged in, but they have been watching the replays. Hope you're having a wonderful time. I am having a good time. It is nice up here. Um, it was a really decent trip. Once we got off the ground and up some in the air, I was good. It's just for some reason I get sick on takeoff. I don't know why. I really don't know why. My uh, what do they call it? Equilibrium isn't as good as it used to be. So I got really sick. Thought I was gonna pass out actually, but I did okay this time. So I'm hoping going back home it won't be as bad as it was getting up. Or I may just take some Dramamine ahead of time. Actually, it's probably what I should have done. Um, but we made it here. We got a rental car, and so we were out and about a little bit. I thought about letting you guys know about where I'd be on a certain day to meet up with folks, but I also don't want to, just bother anybody during the day. And with it being a holiday weekend, I didn't want to, get folks away from their home, so that's why I didn't say anything. Thank you. You're welcome, Miss Karen. Kimberly says, what's the best way to organize all of your designs? I purchased a lot, and I'm having trouble now that I have so many to find what I'm looking for. I will admit that's a really big problem that I've had through the years, because what I tend to do is when there's a sale, I'll go and buy many, 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 many designs all at one time, right? And then I'll put them in their main folder and just leave it there. And that's not a good practice, because what happens is you end up not taking the time later to organize. So I would definitely suggest organizing once you purchase. That way it's over and done with. Okay. Now, I will let you guys know, even though right now I don't recall the price of it, but there is a embroidery categorizing program for, like, I guess that's the best way to organizing an embroidery design organizing program. It's called Sew Cat. Okay, I talk about Sew It Pro all the time. I do need to start talking about Sew Cat, because Sew Cat is a really good program if you like your designs organized. How can I put this? Okay, so let me put it this way. For me, I have categories somewhat, but my categories are extremely basic, right? I have fonts, I have in the hoop, I have fonts in the hoop, felties, and designs. Applique, and I'm trying to think. I know I have more than five, but those are my biggest ones, right? So when I get an applique design, it goes in the applique folder. When I get a font, it goes in the font folder. All other designs that are not in the hoop, applique, font, or whatever that is, they go in the main folder. And what do? I sit here and do this. Scroll, 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 scroll. Scroll, scroll, scroll. But I have it listed by name. So if I'm looking for the little ballerina girl, I'll scroll down and hopefully her name is Ballerina Girl Pose 1 or Ballerina Girl Pose 2. But what if her name doesn't have ballerina in it? Well, I'm screwed. And I kind of like scroll through the pictures because I have so icons and it shows me a preview of the embroidery design before I even click on it and open it, right? That's not the easiest way to do it. So I do have SewCat, all right? SewCat is the embroidery design organizing program. Okay, so with SewCat, if you download the program, you can have every last one of your embroidery designs in one folder, right? You don't have to move them anywhere else. There's two ways to use the program. The first way is you can have everything in one folder. You don't have to move your files, right? So if you go to downloads and you download your files there and you unzip, and a lot of times it unzips in the downloads folder, you can just leave it there and it'll be fine right there in that spot, right? So with SoCat, you can say I want a category of animals, and I also want a category of dogs, and I want another category of cats, and another category of fish. So you have all these different categories. Well, you can link the program to where that file is and link it under the heading. So if you want animals, you can link it under animals, but you can also link it to fish. And this other file, you can link it under animals, but you can also link it to cats. Okay, you see where I'm going with that? And that way, if you are looking for just an animal design, you can just click on the heading of animals and it'll pull up all the designs that you have listed under animals. Even though they're all in this one folder, it will go out and find that category for you, which is why it's called SoCat. Okay. Or you may not want the generic category of animals, you may want fish. So you type in fish and it'll go and pull up all the designs that you've linked to the fish category. So that's the whole reason behind SoCat. And then you can type in what you're looking for. The only thing is, this is where my problem comes in and why I don't use it like I should is I'm lazy. Okay. I'm being really transparent with y'all right now. I'm very lazy. So when I go out and I buy 20 designs from a website, I don't take the time right then, which is when you should do it, when you get the design. I don't take the time right then to go out and say, okay, I bought this design of the little ballerina girl. So I want to have her under the heading of children. I want to have her under the heading of ballerina. I want to have her under the heading of dancer. I want her under the heading of hmm, what else could I do? Dancer, ballerina, little girl. I could do maybe if she's a little African American or a black girl, I could put her under African American girl. There's different categories. You make your own categories, so I can put her under all those different categories, even though the one file is over here and I don't ever touch. I don't move it anywhere. Now the other way to use the program is to actually move the file. So it'll make those folders for you under those headings. So you'll have a folder that says animals and it will move a copy of that file to the animals folder because you want your fish to be under animals, but you also want your fish under fish. So you can it'll make another copy of that program and put it in a folder, physical folder somewhere that says fish. Or if it's a sea creature as well, then you can have it moved as well, not only under animals, it can also be under fish and it can also be under sea creature, and a copy of the file will go there too. So there's two ways to use the program. So it's to avoid all those duplicating of the files. It can just virtually do that, but it will always refer back to that one file, or it can duplicate it just however you want your stuff to set up. But the thing is about SoCat, it's an excellent program, very simple to use once you learn how to use it. The problem is you have to be disciplined when you purchase your design, and go ahead and set up those categories right then. Or you can pick one day a week, or have a schedule where you go out and you organize your latest designs that you purchase. But it once you get it set up and everything set up, it's a great program. It works beautifully, easy to find everything that you want. Like I said, you have your own categories, so you make it flow however you want it to flow. That's how SoCat works, and it's an excellent program to use. So that's um, one of the best ways, I think, for someone who's not lazy like myself to organize their designs is by using SoCat, and that is also available on my website as well, SoCat, for purchase. Unfortunately, at this moment, I don't know how much it is, and I don't have my tablet to look it up. I'm sorry about that, but I can go back after we end this live and link it down in the description below. Debbie Kidd, you said, where in New York are you? My daughter lives in Accord. I am in, what did I tell y'all? Newburgh, New York. I'm not familiar with the area, so the names of the cities keep escaping me. Kimberly Tipton says, awesome, thank you so much. You're welcome. And there's a trial. There's a trial version of that program as well. You can try it out. I forget how long the trial is too. I'm sorry, I'm not it's been a minute since I've used it, so that's why I'm not really familiar with it. Um, but that's how that works. Miss Social Dip says you use C bands instead of Dramamine. Bands you put on your wrist and can be used over and over. Huh. That will probably be available at Walgreens, you think? Is it like at a drugstore, Walgreens or CVS or something like that? Because, well, Walmart may have it. I'll check at Walmart too. Thank you. I'll check that out because, ooh, it's $40 for SoCat. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Miss Karen, because I really didn't know. I bought it so long ago, I didn't remember. Hi, Miss Asora. Hello, welcome. Appreciate you being here. But thank you, Miss Social Dale, because I'm trying to tell you, ooh, it was rough. It was rough, and my husband was like, "You were about to pass out. Why didn't you just hold my hand?" I was holding your hand, but you be holding your hand is not gonna stop me from falling over into the aisle. I'm trying to tell you, I was not feeling it. It's just a weird feeling I get once I take off. My brain is just like, okay, we need to pass out, pass out. And I was like, no, don't pass out. So anyway, I just wanted to pop on really quickly because I know normally I'm here at 7. I'm pretty sure it's after 7 now. It's been 33 minutes so far. I didn't want to hold everyone up after my time frame, just in case there were other things that you guys do normally after 8 o'clock. But I wanted to give a quick update, let you know where I was, let you know what was coming, because as I mentioned, my hubby yanked me out of the business world, and so I do still have some embroidery work that I do, but it's very, very light in comparison to what it's been. So that gives me more time to do the videos. And if you have any other suggestions for videos, please put them out there, because you guys know I'm more than happy to follow suggestions and answer suggestions, and even jot things down. So if you have videos that you want to see, or types of tutorials, like you mentioned, tutorial on how to navigate Google Plus. No, it's not based on embroidery, but it's something that will help you be a part of this group and get everything flowing smoothly on your journey to embroidery happiness. So that's the whole point in what we're doing. Carol Coleman says, I saw a tutorial where you could make your own bands with fold over elastic and a cam snap. Make your own bands. Headbands? Oh, you're talking about a Germamine band. Not Germamine. What did she just call? C band. I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. What is the price range for the Brother 10 needle? Brand new, you're looking at 13,000, somewhere between 10 and $13,000. Brand new. Used, probably about 9 to 11,000 roughly. Sometimes, depending upon how old it is and how used it is, usually not less than about $9,000. Sometimes you can find it for 8, but I'd be a little leery, um, especially with that many needles. Definitely have it checked out prior to, but you're looking at brand new. You're looking at right about 14,000 down to more likely 11,000 for the 10 needle. C-band can be found at Walmart or Walgreens, 10 to 15 bucks. Works great and no drowsiness. Yeah, that's why I didn't use the Dramamine. And I even bought Dramamine for kids because I don't like to be drowsy. I hate being drowsy. I hate being drowsy. Um, because at one point in time during my journey with depression and post traumatic, they had me on medication. I was sleepy all the time. I don't like that. There has to be a better way to deal with that situation. So, what I kind of on my journey to wellness was to not be on so much medication. Because at one point I was taking something like 15 pills a day, and that was including blood pressure and stuff like that. So I don't like to be drowsy, so I try to find anything to keep me from being drowsy. So I would prefer not to be, and I was afraid that the Dramamine for kids would have me drowsy too. Even though I bought kids, I was hoping, so I just didn't want to take that chance. I didn't want to be drowsy. So anything that can help me and not have me feeling sleepy and drugged, I'm all for it. I'm all for it, right? So thank you. I definitely appreciate that. Carol Coleman says you've made two but not been on a drive to use them. Okay. Okay, the bands for your wrist. Neat. Okay. Don't have me look. I can't craft while I'm up here, even though y'all. Why is there a Michael's round the corner from my hotel? Right in the corner, y'all. I was like, really? I want to come up here and spend on crafting. That is not what I wanted to do. I was like, Lord Jesus, help me. My husband gonna kick me out the hotel if I go and spend some money at Michael's. Y'all, I was like tripping when I saw that. Bickham says, I hope you're all enjoying yourselves. Gives Otis and Rebecca a big hello. I will. I will. Joseph is up here too, so I will tell them hi. We're having a good time. Rebecca and Joseph were so bent on going to the city, to New York City, that they were willing to take a dang bus by themselves from up here in Newburgh all the way to New York. And I'm like, yeah, no, no, you're not doing that. I don't care if you're 18. You have to know what you're getting into before you get into it. And I was just like really, you know, nervous for them. So we planned and agreed that we'll be doing that this coming week, one day together. That way, if you get snatched like on Taken, I can be right there and start fighting folks if I have to. But if you're away from me, how can I fight anybody, right? So, anyways, yeah, that's my trip. So that's my trip so far, fighting my adult children that want to go and traverse the wild streets of New York alone. And I'm like, oh my God, yeah, y'all growing up on me. But eventually, of course, I concede and I'm like, you have to do things on your own, but let's not do it this trip. You know what I'm saying? If you want to come up here and act fool, come on your own terms. So, anyways, y'all, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go off into that. But yes, we've been having fun. We have been having fun, other than that little snafu. Um, and it's been great. The hotel is pretty nice. It's a simple place that we're staying up here in Newburgh, and we flew into um, Newark, New Jersey, and drove almost 2 hours up here. And tomorrow we are driving about 2 hours to Patterson, New York. I think we're going. No, 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 no. We're going to Wallkill, I think is what it's called, New York. I'm not sure which one we're going to, but we're going. We have three different locations that we'll be traveling to this week. But Wednesday and Thursday, we're not going to any place in particular. So hopefully, we'll be able to do the big, slick city streets of New York. One of those days, New York is too crowded for humans. Karen, yeah, that's part of the reason why I'm a little nervous about them going by themselves. Because I know if there's a pickpocketer or whatever the case may be, they're gonna see that my kids are green because my kids don't go anywhere like that on their own. And they'll be like, ooh, look at this, ooh, look at that, and not paying attention really to their surroundings or, their belongings. And that's why I'm like, no, you're not going to be going by yourself. So, yeah, until they, get used to being like that. I don't know, being an overprotective mom. That's how we do. You follow my videos, Miss Leah. Thank you. They help a lot. Feel well. Happy Memorial Day. Thank you so very much. Thank you. Thank you. All right, you guys. Sorry, it's been 40 minutes and I bored you guys enough talking about my own personal stuff. So I appreciate you tuning in. I'm very, very happy you guys came in to say hi. Hey, Justin. Of course, Justin pops in when I'm about to log off. Ain't that true? There should be some great craft sewing, embroidery, and stoning places there. Ooh, you should have said stoning. Oh man, if I find some place to get rhinestones, that would be crazy. Alicia, points of interest: South Street, Seaport, 125th Street, and China. Ooh, girl, Chinatown. I definitely want to go to Chinatown. I want to go to Chinatown so bad. Chinatown and Canal Street. I remember that as a kid. I really want to go there. Now, other place I would have wanted to go if it wasn't closed is FAO Schwartz because I absolutely loved that toy store when I was a kid. And I hear they're reopening it the end of this year, but it's not going to be as big as it was. So, um, yes, I do want to definitely go to Chinatown. I really want to go. But again, it's going to be based on, you know, how we travel there and how to get. My husband wants to drive to New York, and I'm like, why would you drive? There's nowhere to park. From what I understand, it's hard to find a place to park where you don't get towed, and that's not an option for me. I'm sorry. I'm not about to get stranded up here in New York City. So, we're trying to figure figure this stuff out anyways. But yeah. Janet McKinney, hello, nice to see you. Have a great time. Thank you. Eve, don't be nervous. I live in NO and go to New York all the time. It safe was there for 4 years. Okay. Well, thank you, Kim. I appreciate you telling me that. Justin, glad I'm safe. Yes, I am. I landed very safely. Good night, Miss Karen. Kim Smith. Oh, New Jersey. Okay, cool. Well, we landed in New Jersey. New Jersey was beautiful. The airport's really cool. That was fun. We had to ride the air thingy to go to the car rental place. That was pretty cool. So yeah, I'm looking forward to sightseeing. I really am. There should be flock here. Don't tempt me. You tempting me, and you trying to get me fussed at for spending money. Try the garment. Oh, that's right. Ooh, I'm glad you said that because I hear there's a huge fabric store. Oh, why would you do me like this? Y'all trying to get me in trouble. Oh my God. Okay. We're not going to talk about that no more. Evernham, you'll probably find the stones down Canal Street. Y'all are bad. Y'all so bad. Y'all trying to get me in trouble. Right. Oh, you had a good time? Sweet. I'm glad, Justin. I'm glad everything's going good for you. I hate I'm missing you guys, though. Kim says lots of bling. Don't drive to New York and when it's very expensive. Okay. I'll let him know. The toll to get across the bridge is crazy expensive. Take public transportation. Okay, thank you. Someone was asking on the last live stream about videos for her serger. Found over 30 videos on the Singer Sewing Company YouTube channel, and they were all in English. Okay. Thank you, Miss Eartha, for letting us know that. Hopefully, she'll watch the replay on this one and utilize that. Good night. Thanks for all your guidance. We appreciate it. Keep on being protective. Your daughter passed at 16, and let me tell you, being overprotective isn't a bad thing. I'm so sorry to hear that, Sammy. That I cannot even think to begin to imagine losing one of my kids. That's unfathomable. So I don't know that I would continue fooling with anything. Something happened to one of my kids. So, um, but I'm glad that you found something that hopefully has been helpful for you. And if there's anything I can do to help you with your crafting and making it easier, then just let me know. Alicia Hart says your Rhinestones Garment District. I'm not liking you, Alicia, right now. Let me hush. Don't drive, it's too expensive. I agree with Alicia. South Street Seaport and definitely Chinatown. Okay. I told you last week to check out Mood. Mood, you did, but I didn't know that's what you were talking about. Mood is the name of the fabric store, right? Y'all messing. Okay. Y'all go get me jacked up here in New York. He gonna leave me up here in New York, and I ain't gonna have nowhere to live. Patricia Mills, hi Eve. It's been a minute since you last logged in. Happy Sunday, blessed one too, and glad to be able to join you tonight. Praying that you will have less turbulence back home. Thank you. Please, thank you. Gosh, yes. Well, the turbulence wasn't bad. I can handle the turbulence. It's just that takeoff, man. When it initially lifts, it's just something it does to my body. I don't know what's the deal with that. That's crazy. And what's silly is I used to ride roller coasters like crazy. I used to love to fly, stuff like that. But as I've gotten older, it's like, your body is like, dude, you thought, and it's like really kicking my butt to do stuff. So Kimberly says, just like I do, like I've done in the past, buy an extra suitcase. I forgot about that part. Dang, I'd have to get that stuff. No, I probably, if I did get something, I'd ship it home. That way I wouldn't carry it with me on the plane. All you had to do was hold a needle in your hand. Nobody would get hurt. Y'all wrong. You gonna have him fussing at me. Park and we walk in New Jersey and take the ferry. Okay. Good thing you're flying so you won't get in too much trouble at the fabric store, right? That's a good point. But like I said, I would ship whatever back home. Maria, I used to love to shop off Delancey Street. There used to be some awesome fabric shops down there. There are quite a few off 36th Street on the west side near the Fashion Institute of Technology. You know what? That would be a good place to have a dad blame fabric store. They say that gum is supposed to help with that takeoff. I had gum. I was chewing. I was chewing, ma'am. I really was. Yeah, and it's not the ear popping. It's just I don't know. I can't explain it. But when I went to take off, it was like pass out time, and I was like, no, I'm not passing out. You know what? Put a photostatic copy of Blessings in your mind. Your next project and keep looking at it over and over again. That might help. It might help. It might help, sure enough. Alrighty, y'all. Let me get back to my husband before he sent out a posse looking for me. And I appreciate seeing you guys again this evening, even though it's late. I appreciate it. So, Miss Maria agrees with me about rolling on those roller coasters and stuff. Yeah, I can't do it anymore. So, Mama told me 40 would be different, and it is. It is, Lord Father. It's very different. I have trouble to take off and landing to take a Sudafed 20 minutes before. Oh, Sudafed. Okay, I have to keep that in mind too. So Sudafed and C-bands. We'll definitely look for that. Thank you, Miss Carol. So you guys have a great night. I enjoyed seeing you. Look forward to the next live and our videos that we have coming up. Justin, I'll pass on your message. And until the next time we see you guys, happy embroidering. Even up here in New York. And if I get in trouble at the fabric store, I'll leave a message and let you know in the Google Plus group. Love you too, Miss Peggy. And we'll see you guys later. Bye.